What's up, y'all? Come on, I'm gonna let y'all come on in and start coming in. I got one of the realest on the phone right now. This is Gonzo. Y'all asked me to get him on the phone. What up, Lord Hog? I got him on the phone. I hooked up with him. Thanks, my brother, for shooting out that I should get with Gonzo. I got him on the phone. What's up, Gonzo, baby? How you feeling this morning?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling like new money, man. You know what I mean?
Hey, brother.
All praise due to Allah.
I feel you, fam. Now, Gonzo, man, I've been, just like I said, been watching you, and you know what I'm saying? I'm a fan of what you're doing, how you been getting that Wack, how you been getting at these other suckers, man, because I was going that Wack, and I'm like, damn, what's up with the Outlaws? Why they letting these niggas ride, you know what I'm saying, saying this bullshit about Pac and ain't riding for him, man, and then just out the blue, bam, you came out with both motherfucking AKs blazing on these suckers, baby. What's good?
Man, it's basically the equivalent of the weakest link in the crew. You know what I mean? The cat who never want to bust their gun, the cat who always got another plan that, let's give them a pass, or there's kids in the car, or just a bitch ass nigga that's always telling on everybody. That one nigga that you got in the crew that's been around, you knew he was a fucking snake, and now everybody's sitting in the fucking feds mad because we didn't chop the snake head off when we all knew it. But, it's always the nigga who got a baby by somebody's sister, or, the brother-in-law. That's always the motherfucking rat. That's always the niggas who's hating. That's always the motherfucker who just wait around to do some sneaky shit. And as far as the Outlaws, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I've been getting calls all week, even calls from them personally, trying to turn this shit off. You know what I mean? And people that I respect, like my nigga Napoleon.
Mm-hmm.
This is my brother for life. You know what I mean? All these niggas is my brothers because Pac said so. But at the end of the day, if your brother do some foul shit, you know what I mean? Then you don't gotta fuck with him.
Not at all.
That's my choice. You know what I mean? Like, right now, niggas is fucking, they done whatever the fuck they did. They did whatever they did. Now, after they done it, after the movie has came out to less than stellar reviews, after the little money they probably done fucked that off. But the problem is way bigger than the check, because now niggas is trying to still live comfortably around the Los Angeles area or around Atlanta, you know what I mean? And whether motherfuckers know it or not, that shit is all in my reach, like my backyard. You feel me? So when I'm unhappy, other niggas is unhappy. And street niggas know what I'm talking about. I'm from California, bro.
Most
so a lot of niggas around the country, that niggas be, they really be in tune to what's going on over here, especially when the niggas out. All the street niggas gonna fuck with each other. So
For
when
sure.
you do some fuckboy shit, like stealing, ratting, lying, run off with a pack or two, that shit ain't a solitary sport. Niggas is gonna find out. It's paperwork. Motherfuckers be talking. You know what I mean? And this is just one of those situations to where niggas thought they was gonna get away with some shit. After the Feeney died, Mutaz in Saudi Arabia, Castro don't really fuck with the industry like that no more.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it wasn't really too many people to call these niggas out on their bullshit.
You're
So,
right.
the Wack 100 thing was just something that, because as y'all all see, I got a song with the nigga Noble on that Happy Birthday project I just put out last month. He's on that album.
Right.
But 2 days after that, you know what I mean, it's like that song caused conversation. And the conversation between me and Noble was, what the fuck is wrong with y'all niggas letting this nigga, you know what I mean, just talk about Pac in the community like this?
Right.
Tell this nigga something, you feel me? And I called the nigga, and told him early in the morning, called his phone, texted him all night, called him all morning. He finally fucking called me the next day, talking about he was in the gym and on some other shit, which is some faggot shit, nigga. Man, let me tell you something. If a motherfucker don't answer your motherfucking text, within the appropriate amount of time, they not fucking with you. They don't want to talk to you.
That's
Niggas
true.
got their phone in their hand all day.
You right. On
So
that.
motherfucker ain't responding to text messages. They don't want to talk to you. So obviously he was avoiding the fucking problem. You know what I mean? And the problem was Wack 100. He yelling Pyru all day. So obviously they assumed being out of towners that this nigga is somebody. When the nigga's a fucking doughboy. He can't pull up nowhere without the assistance of other motherfuckers that's not from his neighborhood.
Right.
You know what I mean? So nobody give a fuck about Wack. I don't give a shit about Wack 100. That nigga's a fucking groupie that just hangs around the game and whoever else, but the nigga's not, he don't got a fucking degree. He don't know nothing about the music industry. He just happened to be hanging around some niggas who tolerates him. But I'm not tolerating a nigga. Me and my niggas, we don't fuck around with the whole industry vibe. You know what I mean? I fuck with solid street niggas that I grew up with or that I'm aligned with through the street money. And niggas is not playing with none of this industry shit. We're not taking no orders. It's not cool. You're not getting no passes. None of that. So don't stop calling me. Don't DM me, nigga. When you see me, I'm slapping the shit out of you. After that, then I'll leave you alone. But until then, you're getting fucked up. I'm not going to shoot you, but I'm going to fuck you up. I'm going to make sure that you understand that, you're not at home, for one. And two, nigga, you better pick who to steal from. But stealing from Tupac or anybody that come from that fast and niggas is still alive with loaded pistols and attitude, nigga, you can't do it.
Most definitely. Now, Gonzo, one of my family members, because I don't call my subscribers, I don't call them fans, and I damn sure don't call them subscribers. They family. One of the family members told me to ask you, is it true that Fatal Hussein was taken off of his vocals was erased off Still I Rise, and he was kicked out of the Outlaws because he stole 2Pac's Death Row chain and 2Pac's Rolex? Is that true?
Well, listen, I wouldn't say he stole it, but there was a discrepancy about that.
Right.
You know what I mean? But here's the thing about that, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's still family. You know what I mean? Whatever discussion him and Pop was going through, it was over some money, obviously. You know what I mean?
Right.
Some money that obviously pointed back to Death Row, not Tupac.
Right.
You feel me? So in the music industry, a check might be late, funds might be misappropriated here, there, or whatever, but it definitely wasn't a fucking situation to where he stole Pac's chain.
Gotcha.
Never. You know what I mean? Nigga, they know how to find him. Pac's not no fucking bitch. He's just gonna let somebody steal his chain. But if the homie goes back to Jersey and happens to have on Pac's Rolex and the Pro chain or whatever he had, and then these niggas get into an argument on the phone while he's in Jersey or some shit, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Then that's a different story. I mean, but in terms of taking a nigga shit or stealing a nigga shit, that was like a personal problem that got rectified. Fatal ain't never came out and said, fuck Tupac. You know what I mean? Whatever was going on with Fatal and the Outlaws was a personal problem. You know what I mean? To where niggas handled that shit and obviously it was rectified in the end. So we got to start talking about the end result of shit. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers is trying to bring up shit that happened. I even had a fight with Mucha before.
Right.
That don't mean that's still my brother. You know what I mean? Like materialistic shit, bro, we done made millions. A Rolex is not nothing. That's nothing, nigga. That's like a nigga smoking the rest of your blunt. That's nothing. To the average motherfucker, a Rolex and a chain, that's something to die for. But that shit is nothing, bro. That ain't nothing. Like, that ain't nothing. So in terms of what we talking about, nigga, is the lineage of Tupac. You feel me? Like,
most definitely. Now, let me ask you.
Fuck that Rolex.
Fuck
that chain.
Fuck that. Now, let me ask you another question because we talked about this a few times. How do you feel that, okay, Idi Amin and Noble is still out here just eating off Pac's name, just eating but ain't riding for Pac? That's a problem. For me, that's a problem. But you're, like you say, this is family, so you're a little bit closer than all of us. We just on the outside looking in. You actually sitting You in the house. We
Of course,
outside the
that's
house.
a problem, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, that is a huge problem. That's a problem. You know what I mean? It goes deeper than them not riding for pot. You know what I mean? Them niggas was never built like that. Feel me? I've been knowing these niggas over 25 years or longer. I don't even know how long it's been. It's been a long time. You know what I mean? We've been in numerous situations to where we had to slap thousands of niggas.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't never seen them niggas raise a fucking hand or run to a beef or nothing. Them niggas ain't built like that.
Not at
The
all.
perfect niggas, when the guy, and I'm not talking about the rapper, I'm just using this as a reference. When the storm, you know, when shit calmed down, them was the perfect niggas to take over because they didn't want no smoke from the beginning.
Right.
No smoke. Them niggas is not built like that. Them niggas ain't tough guys. One was a fucking barber. Noble was a barber. They used to call him nigga Mr. Wendell. Why they called him Mr. Wendell? Because he sat in the window and watched niggas hustle on the block all day. From that, he came to California and we picked the nigga up for a basketball game on the way to Snoop House. That's how he met Tupac. Not in the studio because he was some dope-ass rapper. Not because niggas respected him. Actually, Fatal and Yacht clown this nigga all the way to pick his ass up in Rancho Cucamonga. You feel me? But that's another story. Like, this shit is entertainment, man. And you got some people who are hell-bent on seeing things the way they see it in their head. And as they see these people aligned with Tupac, naturally, you know what I mean, if you're not thinking, your subconscious mind is going to stamp them as solid. But it's just time to, you know, reverse osmosis on your mind, you feel me, and rearrange your thinking and understand that loyalty is not lifetime. It's not a lifetime thing. Loyalty is not a lifetime prescription. A nigga can sign off on you at any given moment. And after 20 years, them niggas signed off. They more worried about feeding their kids. They more worried about dying by the hands of another nigga when we all gonna die anyway, nigga. You can't sign up for this shit and cut the game off in the 9th inning. Nigga, this shit is till death. Or you shouldn't have been a part of this shit. This is what this shit is about. We outlaws, nigga.
Most deaf, bro. Now let me.
There ain't no motherfucking retreating. There ain't no excuses. There is no fucking high road. We not activists. That was Pac's job. We soldiers.
There you go.
And them niggas ain't acting like they ready to die no more.
Nah, and
That's
you on the front line like a real soldier, bro. Like I said, I've been watching you, man. I'm a fan of your work. And once again, shout out to my man Big Hog. He the one that told me to get to reach out to you and made this happen and linked it so I can get at you. Now let me ask you a question.
What's his name?
His name Hog.
I'm sorry. What's his name?
What's his name? Big Hog.
Big Hog?
Big Hog. Let me pull him up. I'm gonna say his name correctly. Because, you know, he did make this, you know, he did make it happen. So let me go back and I want to, you know, get his name 100% right. And I want to shout him out because I don't want to do nobody no wrong justice. Okay, here we go. Hog Lord. That's his name. Hog Lord. Hog Lord. Thank you.
Shout out my nigga Hog Lord, man. You know what I mean? Real recognize real. You know what I mean? Still sharp as steel, my nigga.
For sure.
Shout out all my niggas out there, man.
Now, somebody just told me to ask you, okay, Wack 100, I always consider him as a groupie. I always consider him as a fraud. And, you know, I've been calling him out almost about 2 months. And, you know, he never replied, never got back at me, but I called him out. And I know he's a fake and a fraud. Somebody said to ask you, the picture that's floating around with Wack 100 in a police uniform, is that true? Was this nigga an officer?
Nah, that's not him. But if it's, you know, that's his daddy, I think it's his father or his brother or some shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody sent me that picture. Now listen, this nigga Wack, in his neighborhood, they call a nigga Crash.
Crash.
You know who Crash is?
Nah.
Crash is the gang unit, my nigga out here.
Whoa.
I think that nigga brother or daddy or somebody used to be the motherfucking police.
Mm-hmm.
His girl's a motherfucking probation officer right now or some weird shit. So, you know, all that type of shit, law enforcement motherfuckers, they all stick together. That shit is passed down through generations.
Wow.
Whatever's going on with Wack, he not from LA, bro. He's like from, you know, now don't get me wrong. I know a lot of niggas that's really with the shit from where from. But that's not Los Angeles. You know what I mean? It's the Valley.
Right.
And it's a city called Pacoima.
Okay.
So what he's doing is he's running around L.A. and cats don't really know him. You know what I mean? So if you, and here's another thing, bro. These new rap niggas, bro, who's just now getting on, and you might see them with 50, 60 motherfuckers with them and shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's a bitch. You ain't never seen motherfucking a real gangster hop out with 60 of his soldiers. If you see 60 of his soldiers, you won't see him.
That's
Niggas
true.
won't see nobody's face or nothing. It's going down. You understand what I'm saying? But you just see 60 motherfuckers walking on stage to do a show. Somebody's scared of something.
Most
Somebody's
definitely.
You feel me?
I feel you.
Most likely it's the nigga that's holding the microphone. So everybody's around him. Niggas gonna be around him pressing. He's not gonna be the toughest nigga around him. You know what I mean? So that's gonna cause niggas like Wack 100 to get in the game.
True that.
You feel me? Like, nigga,
Now, let me.
you don't, man, let me tell you something.
Mhm.
I've been the same nigga since we was running with Ice Cube, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see no niggas with us then, and you ain't gonna see no niggas with us now. Everybody that's supposed to be there is gonna be there.
Most
I don't
definitely.
need a nigga, you know, on guns. Take me on tour with you, my nigga. I die for you, nigga. I'll bust my gun for you. No, nigga, you stay your retarded ass at home. I don't need no nigga to bust that gun for me. I don't need a nigga snitching on me. If some shit happen, I'd rather be there by my motherfucking self or with the motherfucker who was appointed to bust that motherfucking gun. That's actually his job. He ain't trying to fuck no bitches. He ain't trying to drive a car. This nigga don't want to smoke no weed. This motherfucker came to protect my life. That's all he's doing.
That's
You
it.
understand what I'm saying? So it's a person for every job. You don't bring your homies to work with you.
Not at
You
all.
don't work at the post office and bring 50 niggas to work with you.
Now I gotta ask you this.
So, yeah.
Now I gotta ask you this question, Gonzo, because one of the family members told me to ask you this, and I know you probably getting tired of people asking you this one question. Somebody told me to ask you, do you think that it was true that Orlando Anderson was the trigger man that killed Pac?
Man, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
Listen. All that's it, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I know who killed Pac.
Right.
The government killed Pac.
The government killed him,
You know what
y'all.
I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The government killed Tupac.
Mm-hmm.
That night in Vegas, bro, ain't no way. I mean, if motherfuckers ever been to Las Vegas, you gotta drive through the desert in any direction that you're going and trying to leave that motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga in a white Cadillac. You know what I mean? It could have been a white Cadillac. But it wasn't them niggas that did it.
There you go.
And, you know what I mean? It's like, let me tell you something, bro. And I'm going to just say this shit one time.
Mm-hmm.
The diameter of the shots that killed Tupac
Mm-hmm.
was in a 13-inch diameter.
Right.
13 inches around in a circle.
Mm-hmm.
The diameter to Biggie Smalls, 13 inch in diameter around.
Mm-hmm.
Niggas in the hood, we spray the whole car.
That's true. And
Nigga ain't a marksman, bro. Niggas gonna light this whole, what we say? I'ma light this whole motherfucker up.
there you go. And those
Nobody's shooting in marksman, you know, that's a marksman's standpoint. When you're shooting, it can hit some shit rapidly
Mm-hmm.
in a moving car in a 13-inch diameter twice.
Yes,
I
sir.
mean, come on, man. It don't take a fucking rocket science. It's not a puzzle. Ain't no nigga killed Biggie or, and if it was somebody that had melanin in their skin, they was trained by the government, paid by the government.
Mm-hmm.
They took them kids, you know, and I'm going to say that because they was young at the time and I'm older than them now, but they took them, you know what I mean, so we could be fucking lost today. which we are. If Pac and Biggie was still alive, we would have so much self-confidence about ourselves. You wouldn't have to wait for a motherfucking Jay-Z album to check yourself.
There you
Come
go.
on, man.
There you go. Now, Gonzo, I said 5 minutes, brother, and you gave me 20, and I appreciate it. But now, Gonzo, I'm finna end this live YouTube thing that's going on. I want to thank you guys for tuning in and watching. And the guys, everybody that asked the questions, I got to the ones that I could get to. I'm finna set up an interview so he and I can do the podcast, and y'all gonna have to listen to the podcast to get the rest of the story. So we finna set up a date, and I will touch back down with y'all later on this YouTube channel. I love you guys. Family, stay up. Peace and love.